Hey, what's up, vinyl community and all you YouTube watchers out there? This is Kendall Stokes coming at you with another video for the Spin Doctor and his Vinyl Mayhem YouTube channel. It is January 1st. Happy New Year. Hope everyone had a great New Year. Hope you brought it in safely. Hope you had a Merry Christmas and all that as well. Figured I would go ahead and start the new year off right with a brand new video. Excuse me. Pretty quiet here on the southern frontier of North Carolina. But I wanted to bring in the new year with you with a video and show you some stuff that I got for over the last couple of weeks here. Some stuff from the Record Bar live show that they did, their last show of the year. Something that I picked up at Walmart. Shh, be quiet. I said the bad word. I said Walmart. Yeah, something I got at Walmart. Whoop-de-doo. And something I picked up at Noble Records actually yesterday. Stopped in and saw Dylan. Talked to him for a good little while. Yeah, so let's start it off with the Record Bar. They did their last show of the year a couple weeks before Christmas, I believe it was. I don't remember the exact date, but they had a great clearance show, I guess you could say, where they had some really good deals on some stuff. And first thing that was on their clearance that I picked up was this one right here, Soundgarden, Super Unknown. This right here, as we know, is a great record, one that I did not have in my collection and knew that I needed to pick it up, and for the deal that they had on it, I could not pass it up. This is normally a $40 plus record, and to get it, around, I think it was like 28 bucks or something like that, I could not pass up. Brand new. This is a reissue, of course. This is the new reissue. 2 LP set. This obviously, this is a must-have if you are a grunge fan. Just in my opinion, if you are a rock fan. I said in one of my previous videos that Bad Motorfinger is my favorite by them, but this is a great record. I mean, you have to have it. Obviously, Fell on Black Days, great song, one of my favorites. Black Hole Sun, obviously the big song that came off of this album. But I think Spoon Man is actually the forgotten song from this album. I think it's the I think it's the MVP on this one, to be honest with you. Spoon Man. It's the one that I think really makes it a great album. I mean, it's a great album in general. Chris Cornell, again, you guys know how I feel. I think it's just in my opinion, the best vocalist to come out of that grunge 90s band. People talk about Vedder, people talk about Cobain, they talk about Scott Weiland, they talk about Lane Staley. To me, it's all about Chris Cornell. Miss him all the time. He was a great songwriter, a great lyricist, a great vocalist. We'll miss him all the time. But super glad to add this to my collection. Sounds great, love it. 2 LP set needs to be in your collection if you are a 90s band, rock, grunge, or whatever you want to call it. This is a great album. Needs to be in your collection. So, stoked to have it. Ooh, should not do that. Anyway, picked that one up that night, and then also one that I have been wanting for so long, and he previewed it, and he said in the preview for the show that he only had 2. They lied. There were 12. I was able to get it. Very, very excited to have this. Jack Johnson, In Between Dreams. To me, this is Jack Johnson's best album. This is his 3rd album. Honestly, Jack Johnson's first 3 albums I think are his best work. This I think is his best in general. There's not a bad song on this record. Jack Johnson from Hawaii was a surfer before he became a singer-songwriter. But just a great album. Needs to be in your collection if you are into the whole just laid back acoustic, sit on your porch or sit on the beach wearing shorts and a t-shirt, barefoot, just a great, kick back and do nothing but play guitar type vibe. I love this record. Like I said, Banana Pancake's probably my favorite song on this record, but just love this album altogether. Not a bad song on it. Just one that is great to have on the background when you're doing nothing. Great to just, sit back and relax to. Love this album. So excited to finally add it to my collection, because this one has been hard to grab because it sells out instantly when you see it online at record stores. It's just gone all the time. So very glad to finally pick this one up. It's a must-have. Love this album. Very glad to finally add it to the collection. I need to get his first 2 records as well. Those are also ones that are normally hard to find, but eventually I'll add them. Alright, real quick before I get into the stuff I picked up at Noble. While I was there at Noble, I talk to Dylan all the time. He's a good buddy of mine. Shout out to Dylan at Noble. But Dylan catches a lot of flack because in his videos he tends to talk about a band a lot that he likes to listen to. And you know what? I'm a fan of that band as well. I'm not going to lie. And that band is Creed. And he talked about when he picked up their Greatest Hits album a while back. It was a Walmart exclusive. And, I'll be honest with you. I picked it up as well. I had to. Creed catches a lot of flack, I know. But you know what? I don't know why. They're a good band. This is a Walmart exclusive. It's on colored vinyl, if you can see that. I'm not going to pull out the records. It's done by Kraft, so it's good. It's a 2 LP set. Again, this is their Greatest Hits. People are going to say, how do they have Greatest Hits? They were only around for, a short time. Well, you know what? The reason they have Greatest Hits is because their first 3 albums sold millions and millions of copies. Their second album, Human Clay, is sold 11. Well, shoot, it's certified diamond, which means it sold a bunch of freaking copies. But anyway, all 3 of their albums sold millions and millions and millions and millions of copies. And you know what? People can badmouth them all they want, make fun of them all they want. Oh, their albums all sound the same. Oh, Scott Stapp's a crazy guy. And you know what? Scott Stapp went off the rails. I'm not going to lie, he did. And I was listening to a podcast that Dylan actually told me to listen to. And I knew a little bit about him to begin with anyway. But Scott Stapp, he had a rough upbringing. He went through a lot growing up the way he did in Florida there. Christian home, stepfather, abused, all that kind of stuff. I'm not saying that's an excuse to do what he's done. Alcohol and drugs do a lot to you. But they, as a band, sound great, and for those of you that don't know, Creed broke up, and the remaining members of Creed, without Scott Stapp, went on to join or form Alter Bridge with Miles Kennedy. And I don't hear anybody bad mouthing that band. They're a great band as well, But Creed, the proof is in the pudding. They sold a lot of records. We're on the radio all the time. For good reason. Good music. I'm sorry. Say what you want to about them. Like I said, Scott Stapp done a lot of crazy, wild things. Drugs and alcohol do that to you. But, they did a lot of great stuff. They, sold out everywhere they went, played arenas. They probably could have played stadiums had they stayed around long enough. But, you can't badmouth the fact that they sold a lot of records. Somebody out there bought them. So people badmouth them all they want, but apparently there were enough people out there to buy all their albums. So apparently they were good enough for tons of people to buy their albums. But anyway, I bought that because I wanted it, because I like it. Yes, I still listen to Creed. They're a good band. Let all the hate come in. Anyway, the stuff that I bought at Noble. So Dylan did a pretty good drop the other day. I follow him on Instagram. He shows what he what he's going to drop. And there was something in there that I know that I really, really wanted to have that was going to elude me. And that was this record here. It's something that's been eluding me for a while. Each time I go to try to get it later on in the day, not at 10 o'clock when he opens, it's normally gone. This time I was able to go early enough because I didn't have any prior engagements. I didn't have a wedding to go to like I did the last time. I didn't have to work or anything like that. And that was this album here, Grateful Dead Reckoning. You could call it a grail, I guess, because I've been trying to get it for a while and just never could, because like I said, this one, when he puts it out on a Saturday morning, it's normally gone within the first 30 minutes. Matter of fact, when he put this out a few weeks ago, I couldn't be there to get it, and Ashley, who works there on Sundays, he went at 10:30. I asked him if he could check and see if it was still there for me, and he said at 10:30 it was gone already. So I went early enough. I was there before he opened at 10. I was waiting, actually. I was second in line, and it was funny. Dylan, he showed up. He saw me. He said, "You're for Reckoning, aren't you?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I figured." I was like, "Yeah." So as he was putting out the records, while some of us were out there waiting, he he pulled it out and he looked at me. He's like, and he put it right there in front so I could see it, so I would know where it was. Anyway, so I went and I grabbed it and looked at it. It's a pretty clean copy. I mean, it's not perfect, obviously. This came out in 1981. This is the first pressing. It's obviously it's white, and white albums never end up being super clean after 40 years. But it's a good clean copy. There, the vinyl's pretty doggone clean. There was one little mark on it that I was a little worried about, but I play tested it, played through perfectly. No misses or skips or anything. No feedback or whatever. And I did find out afterwards that this actually was Dylan's copy. He found a super near mint copy that he upgraded to. So very happy to get this. Like I said, this is the one that's just eluded me for so long. So very happy to get this. If you don't know, this album came out, like I said, in 81. It's basically a live acoustic set from like a week's worth of shows. Like I said, just, live Dead albums are normally better than their studio albums. I'll go ahead and say that. And this is one that, like I said, I've just been wanting to get for so long, but just could never find. It's just, it's eluded me. It's kind of this came out around the same time as Dead Set, which is another great live album. It's kind of its companion piece, so to finally have both copies, because I now do have both copies, very, very happy. So I'm kind of good on my Dead for a while. This was the last one that I really wanted to get. I've got most of the Dead that I really, really want. Some Dead, if I find some stuff, I'll, if it's something that's a great deal, I might pick it up. But this was the one that I really, really needed to finish what I wanted in my collection for a while. So very happy to finally get this. Thank you, Dylan, for putting it out, knowing that I wanted it and needed it, and very happy to have this. But while I was there was some other stuff that I was able to pick up, and these two were it. Didn't really have any CCR in my collection, and Chronicle is the best of 20 great albums or 20 great songs. This is kind of the definitive best of CCR, and you got to have some CCR in your collection. This is on the Fantasy label, the blue label, so it's first pressing, and this is just classic CCR. But what some people don't realize is that there's a companion piece to this. So I picked this up for like $20, great price. He had it priced to sell pretty quick. It's in pretty good condition. The first disc has a little bit of feedback, surface noise on it, but once you start playing it, you don't hear it. So it's only on, like I said, it's only on that first disc. But very happy to get this. Finally have the best of CCR. But the companion piece that I'm talking about is this one right here, Chronicle Volume 2. That's right, came out in 1986. This is also on the Fantasy label. I think it's blue as well. It might be gold, I can't remember. I don't want to get out and look. But this has all the other great CCR tracks that you would want, like Born on the Bayou, Tombstone Shadow, Cotton Fields, It Came Out of the Sky, The Midnight Special, Before You Accuse Me, Pagan Baby, Hello Mary Lou, Melina. Songs that you would hope would be on the other Greatest Hits album, but it's not. So you get this, and all of a sudden, guess what? Your Greatest Hits of CCR are now complete. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now, I mean, I'm not a completist when it comes to CCR. I mean, don't get me wrong, they only did like 6 albums. But I don't need 6 albums of CCR because some of their stuff is a little filler. Don't get me wrong, I think they were a great band. I mean, in a short time, they put out a lot of great albums. But stuff that I didn't really need, it takes up a lot of space and a lot of money. And the funny thing about this one, it's not one you see very often. Because heck, a lot of people don't even know it exists. I mean, I had it on CD. But again, you don't know it exists, and so people aren't looking for it. And he had it priced pretty doggone cheap. And when I bought it, I said, you had that priced a lot cheaper than I thought you were going to. He was like, oh, really? And he looked it up, and he went, oh, man, you're right, I did. So I got a heck of a deal on this. So very excited to get both of these. So now I really don't feel like I need any more CCR in my collection. I got these, so was pretty happy with what I got in my little dig there at Noble. And I mean, I could always spend hours at Noble finding more and more records, but I'm on a budget. I'm only getting stuff that I feel like I really need to complete my collection of stuff I'm going to listen to, and that's stuff I'm going to listen to. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a like, comment. If you haven't already, please subscribe as well. Would appreciate it. It's a new year, hoping to maybe get my numbers up a little bit. If not, that's great. For those of you that are subscribed and like my stuff and leave me comments, I do appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that watches my videos. Thank you guys so much for that. But I do hope to start this year off great. Make more videos. Keep the stuff coming. Already I've watched some videos this year. Today, some vinyl tags, and it's one thing starting the channel in the middle of the year last year, I didn't really do a vinyl tag for 2022, so I'm gonna probably do a vinyl tag for 2023 this year. I've already kind of started looking through, so my next video will probably be a vinyl tag for 2023, so look for that in the near future. But again, thank you guys so much. Appreciate all you guys for watching. Stay healthy. Look forward to 2023 with you guys. Love you guys. Peace out. And until next time, see ya. Bye.